What's up, guys? How's it going?
Doing good, Tony. How you doing?
No, excellent, man. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
How's everything been going since our last call?
Tony, what up?
Going on? What's going on?
Up, everybody?
How's our implementers going? Like I know we got some new stuff we covered last week. I want to know just kind of like what type of things you guys been able to take action on since we last spoke.
Well, I got my course done, and I made a sale off of it, and a couple ebooks. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
And I'm assuming you use Chat GPT to help you out.
yeah. I did. Yep.
Did you sell your course through running Facebook ads or what?
No, I just posted the link on my IG page, and I just been posting. So I haven't really marketed it yet, but um, I need to run. I guess I got to run some ads with kind of boost some posts or whatever. Try to get some more sales. But I just posted on Instagram.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Organic sales.
Yep.
Tony, I have set up my stand.store account. I've got my chat GPT account. Um,
Mhm.
I got an interesting story. I was picking up my son, and me and another dad were talking about it, and he knew about it. And then another dad who was an engineer for Google came up, and he was telling us about how Google somehow their platform, their AI platform, got leaked, and it sent their stock down like 20%. And so this was last week. They were spending the whole weekend reviewing their platform. What he told me is that Chat GPT goes back only a year, and he's saying that Google's going to go back a lot farther on a lot of stuff.
Yeah, well, Google holds a lot of data, so
Yeah. But I've got my template. I'm working on an ebook. I'll be honest with you. I'm not. I have very little experience with Instagram, so I went and bought a couple of books on it just to try to learn. I've got quite a learning curve with that, but my goal is to go live this month, and I'm gonna stick to it. And once I do, I'm gonna go the 180 days. So that's my goal. That's where I'm at.
let me ask you a question. Is there another platform that you already use that you're more comfortable with?
I was on Facebook, and I there was a situation. I graduated in the South from Robert Lee High School, and I had a post go viral. My background is in critical race theory, so I have a real tense relationship with my hometown right now over a lot of issues regarding the. I got off of Facebook. Let's just put it that way. I was getting threats and stuff like that, and I was like, man, So I'm used to getting heat. Don't mind it. Uh, I'm a quick study, but I feel like Instagram is a more suitable platform for me, even though I don't know anything about it. I like what I see on it, and I like the people that I follow and what they're doing with it.
What I would tell each and every one of you is find a platform that first and foremost you're comfortable with making content on, right? Um, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, you got to kind of like at some point start working on kind of like getting familiar with them and using them because like each of these platforms are great places to find new clients. Having a chat with being able to kind of like get content created and give you a calendar and some stuff to give you structure. Um, we want to integrate it, and I'll just tell everybody. Another huge opportunity is just TikTok in general. I'm not a big. I personally have. I think I may have posted me personally less than 10 TikTok videos, but I had somebody that just repurposed my content, pay them like $500 a month, and he goes and posts all my content on TikTok just because I'm not like really, I don't know what it is. I'm like kind of like stuck in like IG land. But so much growth opportunity on that platform. So many people. I mean, like I think at some point that because of some of the stuff that we witnessed with seeing the government getting involved with it, probably TikTok at some point may be banned. But I would just say like you do get such an opportunity to grow on there. That I think it's a very cool platform to be on just in general. Um, so I recommend everybody definitely try. I mean, just like for growth, man, I have like 100K followers on there, and I'm like, when I tell you I haven't done shit on TikTok, it's like, like I haven't really even put any energy into it, but it's just so easy to get a post or something that goes viral. So if you're, it's almost like how YouTube is with SEO. You kind of win the little how-to games, and you can start to rank with hashtags. So just thinking about that as well. Um, we're about to put on some slides. We're going to go through what we're going to cover today. Uh, obviously, like we had like the past few weeks of just like kind of implementing some of the Stand Store and Chat GPT and really just understanding the functionality of those tools. And I know some of you have already been able to go ahead and get sales and get started. And some of you are like, still like going through it. But I want to make sure, like, just as we go through this, first and foremost, everybody's implementing. Don't wait to the end. Like there's like value in being able to come in here and already have implemented, so you can ask questions and get feedback in the things that we actually cover. So just keep that in consideration as we go through the training. Um, another ask is like we have small groups. So when I see all the damn cameras off, it just like runs me. Like, cut your cameras on. Let's like welcome. All y'all hiding for no reason. Like, what's going on? Like, you can eat your food. I'm not going to judge you. Like, at least want to know I'm talking to some humans in here. What's going on? Um, there you go. Um, feedback wise, I really want to make sure like everybody is understanding, like seizing these opportunities that we're in. And before we get into the actual lecture, the information and the things that are readily available right now give you such an unfair advantage if you act on it quickly. Um, that's the key, is like when you have an unfair advantage, you have to seize those moments. And so many people um, miss their opportunities because they're not, active in those moments. I've seen it like in the real estate business. I've seen it in multiple industries where there's peaks in it, and people for whatever reason are like kind of like, hey, I'm gonna get at it at my own pace instead of really attacking it, and you miss like great opportunities. I can't tell you how many people like just really miss some huge opportunities, whether it was the real estate industry, whether it was in crypto. At one point, crypto was the hottest shit. You heard everybody talking about it, and it was a major wave of money. I mean, I made a couple $1 million, and I was just like jumping in and playing around. And then everybody jumps in at the end once it's like cooling off, and they're like, "See, this shit sucks." Well, yeah, it sucked if you jumped in on the end when everything started tanking. But like, if you actually caught, the wave, even if you lost a little bit at the end, it's not the same. So, um, my portfolio in crypto went down, but like I made so much during the rush because I was in it. That's the piece that I want to make sure you guys understand, is like, get in it. You gotta get in it. Like, start putting your ideas together. What are your courses going, like, have you started thinking about what's my course going to be? What am I going to be launching? Like, you should be thinking these things. Like, you're working with Chat GPT and you got access to like be able to really, put inputs in to be able to get feedback on building out your program. So you should like, it's like you got a virtual assistant, an AI assistant that's giving you feedback on how you create the best course, how do you like solve the most problems for your industry, your niche. So you should know how to create that course. So I want to make sure, like, before I turn on the slides, I really just tell you, don't miss these moments to really be able to have a competitive advantage over your competitors and really start making real money, real impact. Uh, and that will also require you to think outside of the box. So we got some great tools that we can use, but it's up to you to implement. So I just wanted to make sure that I started with that before we get into the call tonight. Just like Matt, you've been doing a phenomenal job, action taking, implementing. You sold a course already. Like, that's phenomenal work. I mean, like he's got ROI on what he's invested in his program. That's what I'm striving to get everybody to, and you're gonna see something as you stay consistent in building. Like any of us can do this, definitely with with the advantages of having AI. So please make sure you seize in the moment, okay? So let me get these slides up. Like once again, um, like I told you guys, this stuff is happening quickly. We're halfway through our training right now, right? And I want to make sure like we're taking the steps to implement to be able to get you closer to your final goal of being able to have your digital fortune program and your course created, right? So right now we should already know what our niche is. We should be going live, committed to that 6 month plan, positioning ourselves as an authority. Um, we got to make sure like we're showing up consistently as an authority in our niche. Um, Overall, right? Familiarizing yourself with Chat GPT, creating your league magnet. Everybody should have their league magnets created. Uh, whether you went on Canva, Fiverr, whatever, you could have somebody help you with that. Having your stand store and making sure you got your league magnet attached to your stand store. Making sure that you started promoting and getting, traffic going to your league magnet with your freebie, right? We covered uh, creating that irresistible offer, focusing on finding your audience's pain points, how to put on paper all the ways you can actually help them. And these are things like with Chat GPT, you should be able to just put it in the chat and it'll answer these things for you. Um, Written down a promise of what your course would be, uh, written down what the price of your course would be, considered the process as well, but we still will go over that, and then written down the outline of what you'll teach in order to help your customers achieve their desired results. I want to make sure, like, just for everybody right now, you probably want to screenshot this piece right here, so you can make sure you're on point with this. Are you guys so far? Are we on the same page? You've been starting to do this stuff here, right? Are we good here? Yeah. Let me see some faces real quick. Some yeses. I like yeses. Um, Simonia, Miss Erica, Sev, yes.
Hi.
Yes.
No, not not really.
That's because you're eating during the training and ain't paying
No,
attention.
no, because I'm doing too much. Like, not
Uh-huh.
trying to have everybody in my business, but I work full time. I didn't get off till 3:30, and then I have coaching with Nicole, your girlfriend. That was at 4 o'clock, and then it's like right to you. So I was hungry. So it's a lot going on, but it'll be fine. Like I'll be okay.
All right. So make sure you're catching up. All right. I know you got a lot
Okay.
going on, but you got to make sure you're catching up. Sev, you here? No? All right, cool. At least you showed up. Larry,
Yeah, I'm pretty good, man. I'm actually going through and building the course. Like I said, I had Chat GPT. I did all that shit last week, and it was actually super amazing. I went through and had pretty much not only the educational part, like part of my program is basically a fitness program for men over 40, um, and I wanted to touch on like the educational piece. And it just sat there and broke out not only the outline, and I took the outline and took the specific things that it mentioned and had it go into detail with that. So I literally sat there for about 4 or 5 hours, maybe, man, and it had the whole thing done. The lead magnet is up. Um, I actually created the sales page and all of that stuff last night. And the I didn't I was going live all last week, but I got kind of put onto the TikTok thing too, and I just thought that that might be cool. So actually, like in the last 3 days, I was just actually looking like, how do I start going and taking these things, because you're right, it's so much easier to go viral. Um, and start to create those little reels to start sending them to the lead magnet. So yeah, just everything you got in there, I'm right there. I still feel like I'm behind with it, but yeah, I done those things, man. The lead magnet, the stand store, um, my autoresponder, all that stuff, and I was straight on zero when we started, so I had never been on Instagram or none of that shit. So yeah, it's been quite a move in the last 30 days for real.
All right, that's good to hear. Um, let's talk about with your program. You got everything that you now started putting together. Uh,
Mhm.
the going live daily, right? The that piece.
Yeah, I mean, it was. I'm glad you asked me. Like I said, I was doing it, and like I said, it's not really a problem for me, man. I mean, I've done quite a bit of like the public speaking, so it's not like an issue with me. I think my issue or my concern with that was that for like what I was doing and how I was kind of positioning it, whether or not it was really most advantageous for me personally to just go and just push that. Um, it was just kind of like my catch 22. Like, it's easier for me, I thought, to push the information out. Like, once I kind of had more, the information was more solid with that to go press it than me just getting on there. Cause I've done it. I mean, you can go to my IG and look at it and see the lies, but it's like for me and at the premium price that I wanted to kind of sell a product and doing it, was it for me at this point the most advantageous thing to do other than me just being in the habit and forming that habit skill? So that's why I was doing it, because I'm like, well, man, I'm just gonna do what the fuck you say, and it's probably just a habit force more important than just whatever it is. But I mean, as far as me just not really going live the last week every day, that's why I didn't. I started to focus like, well, maybe I can gain more traction by putting those reels up and doing those things on Instagram and TikTok, by moving that traffic,
So
especially in the beginning. So that was just my thought, bro. That, if I'm being straight with you.
so don't change the plan. Let's go live every day. I want everybody to really like make that a priority. And I'm telling you, like, I can't stress enough the importance of getting outside of your comfort zone and just breaking through and doing things that might seem outside of your norm, right? And going live every day is fucking insane. Like, it literally is. It's insane. You're going every day. That should just be your thought process. And I'm telling you, the reason why it worked so well for me is because nobody else wants to do it. Nobody else wants to deliver, right? Everybody wants to get the easy stuff, like the low hanging fruit. They don't want to show up. Well, when I started doing the IG lives every day, I was able to separate myself. I was able to identify an audience, and people were able to start knowing me, the person. They were able to start saying, hey, I can trust and know like this person is going to show up every day. I know that like if I have a question, I can come in and potentially have that question answered. These are the pieces that create additional value for like your audience members where, yes, in the beginning, some of you who don't have an audience or even if you want to sell a premium product might question, am I making myself too available? And the reality is you're still going to attract the people that are your buyers, right? And when you do a great job of showing up, you'll attract more than even the people that can afford you. There's going to be a level, like all levels of people. You'll have people that will be able to afford a low ticket. You have people that are like kind of that middle. You have high ticket. I have this conversation all the time. It's like uh, so many people look at products from just thinking like, hey, I only want to sell high ticket. Does that mean you want to eliminate being able to service other people and help other people? And that's a real serious consideration you have to have as a business, because yes, you can do well at selling like high ticket, or you can do well at selling low ticket. But there's people that you service, and definitely when you say, hey, look, you got something that's for men over 40. So I would assume you might even be talking about black men over 40, which if you get like into more detail with it, like you can get into the health benefits of and life expectancy and things of that nature, where you would want to be actually having conversation, which is going to help you convert more black men because they see you talking about it. So that's why I would say it would be to your advantage to show up, even like when it's uncomfortable, even when it's new. Obviously, like whether that live is on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, I don't give a shit where you go live at. Go live every day. If you decide to pick a different platform every day, so be it. But the idea is you need to be showing up for your business and being consistent in your business to the point where you have now become an authority and recognized for what you do in that space. That's the key piece for what we want to do. Like build yourself into a position where everything that you have going on is people will look at you and say, hey, when I think about my man Larry's a guy that's the fitness guy for the people over 40.
Yeah, but Tony, that was just like, and I hear you, but that was just my thing. I don't want to be their face. Like my thing is building the brand. Like I said, I went through and I did the trademarking and I put those things in there, and I don't want it to be a brand that's relying on me. I don't want it to be me. Like, oh yeah, I think of Larry. I think of Fitted 40. I think of Larry. Then if Larry's not here or I'm going or I get sick, there's no more of that. Like I did when I bought Rona Proof and these things here, I bought you because I trusted you, and I understand that. But my thing was in my head, like I really don't feel that uncomfortable going live. I guess my only uncomfortable was, damn, is this really what was most advantageous? So whatever was in my mind giving me that, bro, that's what it was. Like it's not really the biggest deal. It was just when I'm looking back, like, damn, I don't even really know. You know what I mean? I don't know, bro. I'm just like I said, I don't have a problem doing it. I just go live. The short, simple shit, man. I'm gonna go live every day again. That's the short, simple. But that was my reason and thought process.
Exactly what you're doing is you're overthinking it and you're saying, hey, is it worth my time? Is it worth me, you know, going on a live? Is it worth me, maybe I could be doing something that, I feel like is a better use of my time. Yeah, because at the beginning, that might not feel like it's the best use of time because you think there's other things that's going to be more valuable. But I'm just trying to tell you, over time, what I've been able to create is a mass army of people who love and like, listen, when you have people that no matter what did you just say? I bought Rona Proof because of you, right?
Right.
Like there's people that if I'm selling, you bought Rona Proof, you bought Digital Fortune. If I sell something else, guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna buy it again because of me, because it's the trust in the relationship. But that's because you were able to identify with me.
Mm-hmm.
It was something that you saw, whether it was a podcast, whether it's my IG lives, it was something that you saw of me frequently. You just didn't make that decision the first time you saw me. It was frequency in seeing me. And frequency, you start doing your research or whatever, and you're like, I like dude. And now I'm gonna support him. That's how people are, bro. Like most people just don't trigger buy. Like unless it's something that like it's a major want, like it's like a desirable thing for them, like it's a car or like some instant gratification type thing. Most people would take 4 or 5, 6, 7 points of contact before they make a decision. So you got to understand that. So that's why we talk about why do you go live? Why do you show up so frequently? Why do you have to, like you got to think about in social media in general, what do they say? You got to post every day. You post multiple times a day. Why do you, like most people don't want to do that shit? Like, hey, you got better things to do with your time, but what you're doing is you're establishing yourself and having a presence where people can expect you. So I just want you to get that in your mind as you guys are going through each of these weeks. I mean, because we're like halfway through this shit. It's gonna be out of here quick. Miss Castillo.
Hi, Tony. Hi, Karina. Hi, everyone. Tony, I think I've been suffering in silence. Um, so I still don't know what my niche is. And Tony, going back to my notes from day 3, my experience is my expertise. To be honest with you, I don't want to talk about real estate. I also don't want to talk about being a mom. So help me. I need my coming to Jesus moment. I don't know if I'm in my head. I'm trying to get out of my head into my heart. It's not happening, Tony. I understand everything else past that. Like I use Chat GPT, like, to do listing descriptions, but something that I'm passionate about to start a course, Tony, I don't have it. So help.
Hey, let me tell you a secret. I wasn't passionate about real estate. I was passionate about people.
Okay. Okay.
See, the reality is that like through anything that you have a skill set with, you can make impact without having to be like football. If like you say my biggest passion would have been football or something like that, right? I was a freaking athlete. Like that was my main go-to. But once you say, hey, what's the when that reality went away and I had to figure out something else, I was like, hey, I love people. I want to impact people. How many people lives
Yeah,
can
like
I make
that.
an impact on? And that becomes a priority more than the actual um the the thing itself. Like
Okay.
real estate now has provided me the opportunity to be able to impact so many lives and do so many amazing things. And it wasn't my first love or the thing that got me the most excited, but it was something that I was able to have experience in, and I could help other people solve their issues and change their lives and make more money and have the impact. So don't get too caught up in feeling like it has to be the thing that like, oh, I'm so excited about or I'm so in love with. Nah, it's not about that. It's like, hey, is there something that I have experience with that I can now pass to other people that shortens their learning curve and helps them out. It helps them avoid some of the pitfalls and the pains that I deal with. Um, those are the realities of business. Like your experience, the things that you've already encountered is something that somebody else might not have encountered at this point, or they don't know how to overcome it. And you can sell helping somebody overcome their fears, their belief system. So um that's what I really want you to like really try to focus on more so than having like a pure passion into oh is real estate my main love and you know whatever. Like it doesn't have to be your main love. It has to be
Okay.
something that you have education and something that you can help other people in. um and then I think you told me you're a realtor, right?
Yes.
Yeah. um the thing with being a realtor is like what you do for a living. It's part of your life. So there's things that, there's other realtors that come into the profession that are brand new, that are very new, I mean, green, that don't know how to find leads. They don't know how to close deals. They don't know how to show properties. They don't know how to do listing descriptions. There's so many things they don't know how to do. Hell, like, with Chat GPT, you can do listing descriptions. You can show, like, there's so much shit that you can use to provide value and just make life easier. Uh, that you know it's so many ways to think about how I can provide a service that makes somebody else's life a lot better. It's easier. Like
Okay.
people pay the for the shortcut. Like when you
Right. Right.
everybody in here right now is like, hey, I want the shortcut. I want to know exactly how to take the steps so I can avoid the pitfall and all the wrong shit. Like that's the idea is like, hey, how do I avoid all the messy stuff so I can get straight to the money? How do I, when you go to a mentor, when you go to an expert, it's so they can give you a shortcut so you don't have to make the same mistakes and you can get the guideline of how to do it. So I want to really kind of like get your thinking out of being so focused on the love of what you're doing and really like, hey, how can I help other people in their lives?
Thank you.
Does that give you clarity though? Is that
You know what, Tony? You put me, I think I'm going in the right direction because honestly, once you said impact people, help people, make it easier for, I could definitely, think of ways of doing that. And I appreciate, honestly, you validated something I was thinking about. Okay, don't get me wrong, I love what I do, but is it something that I want to, talk about? I wasn't feeling that connection, but you said it's okay to not feel that. Now, One more thing, Tony, and I'll be quick. To what Larry was saying, I was kind of thinking, I'm like, oh, maybe I could do a YouTube video, now I could find that AI program that'll do the video for me, and it's not me. Like, I kind of like being in the background. I like being hidden, to be honest with you. But listen, if you
Me
say don't
too.
do it that way, I
I
won't.
wanted to be hidden too. See, every one of you want to hide.
Yeah.
Like, like there, I had every freaking reason to hide, man. I was fresh out of jail. Um, I had people saying all kind of crazy stuff about me. Hey, he talks with his tongue. He this, he that. He's crazy. He like still to this day. Fuck. I mean, it's every day. If you see my Instagram, sometimes I'm at war. Like it's always a reason to just be like, hey man, I just go make me an AI bot and let the bot. No, but you got to show up. It's just like part of it, man. It's like, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's beautiful to be able to say, hey, I can have my face not be seen, and the power of building a brand and having a digital fortune is like, I know with my face I can print money. Like I can walk in a fucking place and I know it prints money. Your face is good. Like your brand like becomes a part of your face, and that's like really important. I tell people all the time, like you want to have that. You want to be able to, not only make money in your sleep, but like walk into places and your brand exceeds and precedes you coming into that place. It's extremely dope. Like I'm telling you. I mean, obviously, like you guys make the decision how you want to approach your business, and everybody's not going to want to be on the forefront. So if you decide that you want to try it differently, you can. But what works, what I know works, is what I teach, because I did it. Like that's the thing. Like there's more than one way to skin a cat, right? I know the way that has worked effectively to get me in front of millions of people and hundreds of thousands of followers and millions of dollars in a short amount of time. And I think that's what like everybody is trying to achieve, is like how do you get more money, more revenue in the shortest amount of time. Like that's what I did. I mean, like I ran laps past people who have been in the industry for years longer than me and everything, because I was willing to do all the shit that was uncomfortable. I promise you, it's uncomfortable at first, freaking uncomfortable. I hated it. I hate it just like you guys hate it. I know some of you think I come here and it's like, oh, Tony just loves, like it wasn't always that way. Like it used to be, I would be in here, my hands would have been sweating like hell. I would have been talking right now. I mean, I would have to have a towel or something because I would have been so nervous. And like that's just part of it. You work through all that stuff, and after a while, it just becomes second nature. But yeah, like Karina said, those are just fears and your uncertainty and all that stuff, the doubt that kicks in your head. But you do one live a day. You like with Chat GPT, you can come in there with a whole entire script. You can say, you can have a teleprompter in front of you want to. You can have a laptop. Hey, my name is Tony, and I'm here today to talk about my top 10 tips to get started in wholesaling real estate. Tip number one, hey, you find your sellers. Tip number two, you do this. Tip number three, you do that. Tip number four, you do that. Tip number five, you do that. Tip number six, hey, Q&A section. You got 5-10 minutes of Q&A. Any questions? All right, now you can get out of having to think so much. You can answer your questions. Now you're really in the element, right? Give yourself you can really give yourself a structured call on live, so you're not just sitting on live feeling stupid, right? You can get on live, have a script, go by the script, do your thing, turn it into Q&A, and then get the heck off. You don't have to make it to where like if you go into live unprepared, if you go in there, you're just like, let me just see if anybody comes. Oh shit, nobody's here yet. Oh, I feel stupid. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna weasel my way on out of this one. No, but you need to come in there. So you need to come prepared. Don't matter if anybody shows or not. Put a title in there. Put your title in the title section. Uh, you know, have the topic prepared, because this is what you're doing. You're creating content, because at some point you're gonna start marketing, right? And guess what's gonna happen? And I tell this to people all the time. Like somebody will come to me and be like, "Hey Tony, can you give me a shout out on my page?" And I'll look at their page before I even like even entertain it, right? Then I go to their page. I'm like, if I gave you a shout out, what would people come to see? What would be there? If I gave most of you a shout out right now, it would be of no value, no substance. because there's nothing on your page that will be able to be a catch. But imagine if you had lives that were scripted lives that you had, you make it look good. That you put your little canvas, all that shit on there, make it look crispy. You got a clean script. You talk about a proven topic. You give value. Now, when we start doing our influencer shout outs and we start doing all the other traffic that we're running to our pages, when people come to the page, there's content there now. Oh, this person really does what they say they do. See, because people come to your page and you got freaking you're posting with your baby and your stuff like that. They don't know what you do.
Right.
So you gotta have like something that even resembles the business that you want to reflect. So like the live is also going to be a way that you can use to be able to market with your businesses. Like, hey, come in there with proven, hey, here's my 3 tips for realtors today. Hey, I'm Tony the closer. Today I've been a realtor for the last 5 years, and in my experiences as a realtor, these are the things that I've always struggled with. Now today I'm gonna give you guys my 3 tips to avoid ... You give them the 3 tips, you get out of there. Like, you just want to be able to, I mean, even if it's like short 3 tip, 5 tip, you can come in with a tip for the day, 1 tip for the day. Like, I don't care, but get on there, show up, and then get your ass off. Because once you start building up that page, and now you got 500 posts, and people can come down and scroll through and see value, because people love value. They love a page where they can come and get some sort of value. They feel like they're gaining something. Like, if I go to a page and there's nothing there, I'm like, my cousins, and they'll be like, hey, follow. I'm like, man, you ain't posting in damn 2 years. What am I following? Like, what am I following? If you haven't posted anything, what am I following? What am I looking at? Like, I'm here for entertainment or education or something. What am I looking at when I come to your page? So you got to just consider, like, it's not just about being the face and not being the face, but where's your content coming from? What do you have to keep people on your page when they come there, right? Is there something of value that makes me say, hey, this is interesting enough for me to stay? I want to come back and see this. I want to share this post to somebody else because it's valuable. Like, there's people that might not follow you, but they're going to share your content if it's good content. They might come back every day and just like take a look and share it. But if there's nothing there, like, there's no reason to even come to your page. So like with Chat GPT and all the stuff that we got, like, just think, hey, I can ask it for, hey, my script ideas or whatever, come in with a script, it'll do it all for you. So you can just come in and just be relaxed, knock it out, in and out. Hey, Chat GPT, make me a 15-minute Instagram live script that includes these 3 tips and a 5-minute Q&A session. It'll do it all for you. So what the heck excuse does anybody have not to be able to show up for themselves? Like, we just got to provide value to the people that we say that we want to help, and then that's going to help us make money. All right?
Thank you.
Nikki, what's up?
Hey, Tony, what's happening? Hey, everybody.
How you doing?
My apologies for being late. I'm doing good, Tony. I don't have no problem going on camera. I'm not shy. I'm too old for all that. I showed up live last week, but I kind of snorted in my live, and my husband was critiquing me. So I was like, no, we're going to take it down. I was talking for 15 minutes, like you said. I didn't care if nobody showed up or not.
It don't matter if you
I'm having a problem with putting my ebook.
It don't matter if you
snorted because I had a cold.
It don't matter. I remember I did a whole live with one of my guys, and I had a piece of snot stuck at the bottom of my nose, and nobody told me the whole time. It was just a big nasty little booger just hanging at the bottom of my nose, and the live was so good. I had this is a student that had made $1 million with me, and you can imagine how disappointed I was that I was doing a whole live with a boogie in my nose. But I had to leave it up there because I couldn't get rid of the live. I'm like, you can't not, like, this dude just came here and said, hey, I made 7 figures with this guy. I'm like, y'all gonna have to see my boogie. But it's just like, man, nobody's perfect. You're human. If you snort, you fart, whatever. Hey, man, this is part of it. Somebody might laugh, but hey, she's a normal person. I snort too. Hey, people might
Yeah.
laugh at that stuff. It's like don't and tell your husband to mind his business.
Right. And I had him to look over it for me before I posted it. I mean,
Tell
after
him
I
to
posted it, he was like, "You need to take that down."
Nah, tell him to come. He got to post his too. If he tell you put his down, you tell him he got to put his.
Oh,
down.
he old school. He ain't gonna post it. He old school from Compton. He ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, you gotta you just gotta kind of consistency. Don't be too critical of yourself. You got to like don't be perfect.
Yeah.
Like everybody wants to be so perfect. Everybody wants to be like when I go back and look at some of my original content, it was just raw and I love it. Like I mean,
Yeah.
I just started. I started where I was at. I didn't have to be perfect. I didn't have to be like pristine with logos and all that stuff, man. You know how many people were trying to
Okay.
do brand makeovers and stuff? They're like, man, your back
Mm-hmm.
it looks crazy. I said, well, guess what? I'm getting more followers than all you motherfuckers with them pretty pictures and
You know what I'm
you know,
saying?
like
Exactly.
they got the pretty backgrounds and they got this picture, then it's a little gold picture, then a white picture, then the gold picture, then the
Wow.
they whole page makes something like, man, I ain't got time for all that. I'm just posting. Like I don't
Yeah.
I'm not trying to make a collage in the background of my Instagram. I'm just trying to put content up. So it's okay. It's okay to be raw. It's okay to get
Okay.
started. All right. Like you can always get better. You can always clean it up. But just get started.
I just want some help on my. I'm not technical, Tony. A to Z, I need help. I'm like, I have everything I'm gonna do. I know it like the back of my mind. I have everything wrote out. I just want to know how to do the ebook. I'm like lost. My brain is not connecting on how to get this ebook done. I'm like, how do I do? I'm not a technical person. It's like, where do I go to? What do I do? How do I do it? I got all my information. All that is prepared and finished. I just want to know how do I do A to Z, starting with the ebook. For some reason, I'm dumbfounded.
Well,
I can't get it.
it's a multitude of ways that you can create ebooks. Next week, I'm gonna probably do another little AI software that you guys can use that'll be
Okay.
um implemented with no actually didn't I give you guys the ebook template with what's the name of that shit? Uh
The very first class, huh? I think it was the first class?
what's my hmm,
Hmm.
let's see. But if I didn't, I'll introduce it next week. I thought I did already. Yeah, I'm not seeing it right now, but no, it's something better than Canva. I got something way better than Canva. Like, oh, it's way better. Did I not share it?
I'm not sure. I was watching
Hey,
the
hey,
first
Matt,
one
did I give you guys?
we
Let me ask
did.
Matt because Matt's the action taker. Did I give you guys like an ebook?
The AI, right?
Yeah,
It was the AI, the designer. And there was something
designer.
else.
Yeah, designer.
Yeah.
See, I know I gave it to y'all. Yeah.
What's the name of it?
See, y'all don't even be paying. That's what you don't be paying attention in class. You in there snorting.
I watched it. I went back in the group and I watched. I mean, I listened to it, but I didn't hear it. Maybe I thought it was something else. I'm
Yeah,
not sure.
it's called designer.
Designer, you said?
Yeah.
Design. Oh yeah, I have that. Okay.
See, you already got it. Somebody you need help with the ebook, designer got you. I give
Okay.
you the sauce.
Okay. I'm gonna go back over it and listen because
Your,
I even
des-
got my daughter, 28-year-old daughter over here, and I'm like, you got to help your mom because I'm
your
lost.
designer is the one that's going to like you can transcribe um a previous video that you did. So like even if you said, hey, you just started you made a unlisted video on YouTube. So say like right now we're in here talking and you made a script for what you wanted to cover in your ebook. You could say
Mm-hmm.
all the individual things and then put it inside a designer. And designer will create the ebook for you.
Oh, got it. Okay. Got it. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Let me jump back in the slides real quick so we can get through here. All right. So Today we're going to be talking about marketing terms you need to know and understand to run this business properly. The different softwares I use to run my digital product business and how to use each one. Uh, I don't, man. It's already freaking 45 minutes in. It might be a lot. Let's see. Because we already 45 minutes deep. What you guys are? Would you guys like class tomorrow? Because I think I want to really dive in on the software, and I think it would like some of the software that I would cover. It's going to take a little bit of time, and I don't want to rush it. Um, what time are you guys? It's Friday, so what's a good time for you guys tomorrow? Same time.
I'm actually traveling tomorrow, so man, if we could do it early, like
Yeah, I'm down for
before
early too.
7, before this time, I guess.
Give me,
That's okay with everybody else.
give me some suggestions in the chat, guys. 4.
I got like what you call it, the parent teacher conferences. So I'm gonna probably be stuck to probably at least 6.
I'm open, Tony. Afternoon on, I'm pretty good.
I'm flexible as well, so you guys pick.
King.
Weekend.
King said the weekend. Nah, I can't do the weekend. King, you ain't even doing nothing tomorrow. What you doing tomorrow, King?
Dude, I do all types of shit.
Hold on.
Throughout the day.
Before you do that, King, where you at with your progress? Because I know you were starting up some stuff. How's everything going?
Oh, I got the ebook. I've been giving out the ebook for free. I got about 7 or 8 downloads. I've been going live. Nobody shows up. I still talk.
Are you doing suggested tips like what I just said with the script? Come in with a script.
Yeah. I haven't done the script part, but I've been playing with Chat GPT like a lot. I think I actually got like a little good way, and I'll share it with all of you guys now. So I got really good results by asking the software to act as whatever I wanted to portray. Like, let's say I wanted the smartest answer, so I would tell the software that I wanted to play a game with it, and that I wanted to pretend to be the smartest person in the world, and then I would ask the question of what I wanted to have answered, and then I would tell the software, "Do you understand the rules of the game?" And then the software would literally, I guess, put themselves in the position of fucking Albert Einstein if you ask them to be Albert Einstein.
I've used that already.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can say act like you're Albert Einstein.
So that shit,
mathematical equation of whatever, and it'll do it. This thing is crazy.
Mm-hmm. So that shit helped me out. And then I've been posting. I just been posting, and that's it. That's really all I've done. And I've been working on like pictures and courses and shit on the computer and videos, trying to edit the videos that I've been making and traveling. So I'm a private pilot, so I do private charter flights for some customers and some friends here and there. So I've been doing a lot of that lately.
All right. So, what was your niche that you were going to focus on?
Exit things like exit your business, sell your business for profit. I've sold 2 businesses where I made a good amount of profit for. So I know that, a lot of these baby boomers are selling their businesses and retiring and leaving it to, younger kids and shit like that. So so just trying to help people do that, I guess. And That's it.
All right. Sev, you here? No?
Don't close, Tony.
Huh? And I said Sev. Sev, not Simone. Sev. Only seven dozen something. No. All right. So, uh, 6 o'clock tomorrow. It's a good time.
That's Eastern time, right?
Yes,
6 o'clock.
Eastern.
Okay. Yeah, I'm Central, so that's cool.
Okay. So we'll pick up because I think we got like another hour or so, and I don't want to just keep hammering. So, we'll pick up at 6 o'clock tomorrow. All right. Any questions before we hop off? And Matt's the only one that got sales so far? Is Matt the only one that sold? Anybody else? Anybody else try to sell anything yet? Is it just Matt?
I have something to say.
Yes.
I've been trying to, the thing with me is that I've been doing a some of the things that I do as a stylist is new to the industry. So it's hard to get AI is not going to help me on a lot of the things that I want to talk about. And I know that sounds strange because hair is old as
I think
as
I
water.
think I'm already ready to argue with you.
But I'm telling you, I mean, I don't know if you checked out my page and what I do. You probably did your research on everybody. But I do, crochet on, I do lock repair, and it's not a whole lot. It's not a whole lot of people that do it. It is new. I've been doing it since 2017. It's newer to more people than it is to me. And so I've done a lot of the work. What you're talking about on Instagram and stuff is definitely proven for me to be beneficial going live. I used to be real squeamish about even posting, and then a client actually got on me about, all the things that I preach daily, and, talk about, I finally started putting it out into the universe, so to speak, on Instagram. And it caught on, even though I've been doing it for a while, but now that I go to put it into an ebook or try to articulate it, I don't know, it just doesn't come out. It's like when I go to put it into AI, it's like it don't understand what I'm really saying.
So really,
So
you just don't understand how to use AI properly is your issue.
okay, well, I mean, I'm willing to. You said you want to challenge me. I'm gonna give you a question to ask it, and then you ask it, and then see if you get an answer. That is
Have you been building prompts? Have you already been communicating like in that chat and like because you got to almost like talk to it to like build it up.
I mean, I purchased the yearly subscription, and then I
No,
downloaded like,
but no, you have to actually like talk to it. Like I tell my AI, hey, I'm Tony the closer. Like this is like what I
oh,
do. My dad
uh,
name is this. I specialize in this. I've
oh
helped
no, I
this.
didn't know that I was supposed to have a dialogue that I'm telling it about me. I thought that I would just ask it questions.
The more you put in the chat, the more it learns.
Okay, okay.
So start
I
off
get that.
small.
I get that now, but I don't. I and
So you
maybe
say
it'll be able to
you say
help me.
you do hair crochet, right?
I I don't do. what people typically call crochet. I use my crochet needle to repair locks.
Okay, so you do lock repair.
Yes, and
So
restoration.
that's where you should start at. Talking about dreadlocks. What are dreadlocks? How you like? I would ask Chat GPT, what are dreadlocks? How do I repair locks? Like, how do you fix damaged lock hair? And then I would just start building more and more and more into it. And I keep it in that same chat. Keep that same
Okay.
conversation. Don't open multiple chats. It'll just learn more and more and more. Yeah, it like just like Karina said, you can copy and paste a website and it'll start learning the website. Whatever you put inside of it, it starts like gathering that data and like giving you more informed information around it.
Okay.
So it's like make sure you just kind of talk to it a little bit, build it up, and then I'm telling you, it'll start helping you formulate the rest. Is you give it a little kickstart.
Okay.
What's your Instagram?
The Queen of Crochet, THEE
And why?
CR.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Type it in the chat so people can get it.
Okay.
But why the heck y'all not in accountability groups working with each other? Because some of these questions could have already been knocked out. That's bullshit.
I was just about to say, is there a way that we can all contact each other or get each other's Instagrams?
Isn't there a whole community group? Aren't they in the community group? No. Oh, we didn't create a community group.
Tony, I actually tried to access it, and I it didn't give me anything. And I tried, I think maybe like 2 days ago. I also don't have day 4. I don't know if that came out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so
We'll have to email an announcement. We'll make sure everybody get in again.
We get on like a Slack group, or is there some type of platform?
So there's there's a community inside of where the course is hosted.
Through Kajabi?
Yeah, through Kajabi.
Yeah. Okay. I've joined that, so I guess we can use that.
Get me in the loop because I don't have access to none of that.
Can you email
Can
that
all of this be
information?
emailed? Oh, yeah, same. Email.
Yeah, we'll get you guys in.
Do y'all all have Kajabi, the app on your phone?
Yeah.
That's what you should do, because I have a couple of groups that I'm in and they're all linked to Kajabi. So one day I just woke up, all my platforms that I'm on were streamlined onto Kajabi. So it made it a lot easier.
Yeah, so if you download the Kajabi app, any of the programs that you purchase, if you have them in there, you'll get all your notifications and a push notification and everything. It makes it much easier. Kajabi. I'll send out an email here in a second. We'll make sure everybody gets in access and all that stuff.
Hey, can I make a suggestion for is it Shaquita? She says you're doing locks, like giving people advice on healthy locks. You could create a hair product around it.
Yeah, it's a lot. I just opened a salon and I'm doing a whole lot, but everything's by myself, so it's a lot.
Yeah, I think you could create a hair product, like some type of e-commerce drop shipping product, like hair product. Somebody just posted you got 43,000 followers. Yeah, I will create that product.
Most of y'all in your head too much. Get out your head. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 6 o'clock. All right. I'll put this in the chat. See you guys tomorrow.